You know the drill. Premier League action across other leagues. This weekend promises to be exciting once again. Away from midweek action, where the big boys did what they needed to do in midweek. When we say big boy, we're not talking about somebody that played as standout. We're not talking about those that played
whether you played in Kazakhstan.
We're not talking about those that went to
Where did you play?
Not pool. Not pool. Then go play fixture.
When they play football?
They wear gloves. They wear warmers.
They have FIFA push football to where
they traveled 16 hours to that place.
Whatever you see.
16-hour trip.
We played European football and we
played
won.
European football.
They also evict Chelsea because they're not supposed to be in that competition.
I've said the same thing to you. Like if Chelsea. If they want Chelsea, maybe they know win that conference league.
If
they want, maybe they know win that conference.
I can understand for Premier League.
There's no excuse.
I used to cover you for Premier League.
That conference league, no win and
but this one,
we go there.
The way our season is going, we just want to win as many games as we can.
So what the other people want to do?
I don't know if they want to lose as many games as they can.
I don't know if people are serious. I mean, that's what's up.
Yeah,
anyway, it's fair enough. Yeah, so the Premier League is actually heating up right now. I don't like to count games in hand. That game in hand until you play them first before I will count them. So at the moment, Liverpool are just 4 points clear of Chelsea, and I don't count game in hand. Until you play it, it is inexistent to me. So 4 points.
Just say Liverpool are top of the table. Same 4 points clear of Chelsea. Be like saying now we dey push them for that's not what's happening. That's not.
You are part of the Chelsea.
I'm Chelsea.
That's not. How are you chasing us? How are you chasing? Kolade just want put us inside this title race by fire by power.
Humility is not it. I know that inside your mind.
Humility is not a good look on you.
Be realistic. Somebody has lost to only Liverpool and City. Mm-hmm. They've not lost to any other side. Tell me if that is not title contending form. Tell me.
It's not.
Be realistic.
It's just a team that wants to win games.
What's my own form? I've drawn needless games. I've lost 2 games.
Kolade, humility is not a good look on you. This thing when you say you don't lose games. I'm not using this battle of you. Come on with your foot chest.
Anyways, I know like we're not really aiming for the Premier League. Champions League is where
we are aiming for the Premier League
Champions
this
League
season. Everyone before the start of the season.
You are aiming.
You want to say that
even before the season started, Kolade said this is a make or match season for them. They must win.
Nah, don't change mouth.
You are here. You must.
The reality don't change. God don't change. That's not focus.
That's calm. But this time,
moving on to Arsenal take on Everton this weekend. Are we expecting like a straightforward victory, or any other thoughts?
I mean, you were saying it before we started recording that they are your boogie team.
Yeah,
so maybe all that ginger we didn't get for Liverpool last week, they go put them on top of their heads. Might happen.
Yeah, I think this one is not really straightforward like that. Arsenal had the form at the moment. Even at home,
go corner kick for corner kick.
Even with set piece to Everton, they are not bad to with set piece. Okay, that's the thing.
Okay. So now we actually not even score free kick against Seth. I mean,
not even see free kick score.
But I don't, and we're getting to that side where before you
Everton have scored only 14 goals in 14 games. I don't see how they will come and pipe me at 10 minutes.
And that's only 14
no, but they
scored 4 in one match against Wolves.
But they can still get a point. Because if you look at in the last 8 meetings you have had, they've also had points. It's kind of sort of shared between you and Everton.
No, when King Kayaba.
I don't know, Shara.
You know what happened the last time? You know what happened the last time we met them? Ending of the season. You know what the game ended? 5.
You know when you
gave them 5.
You know when you have a player like
I get 6.
So like, bro.
Relax. But when you have a player like Saka, you're calling Havertz a king. I think that
King Havertz, Saka is out of this planet. That one is different. But
King with the T factory go. King with the T factory go.
That was annoying by the way.
Very silly of the guy. Very now the guy player will be nonsense guy.
Moving on from Arsenal, so let's talk about the actual title contenders. Chelsea. For the beats Astana. They beat Garden of Eden. They are beating everybody that comes their way at the moment. But do you think Brentford can actually upset them? Because I actually think the bookmakers are being too generous.
No, I don't think they are being too generous. Brentford has been a strong team for Chelsea to beat. In the last 3 meetings, Chelsea has not even won Brentford. So
no, I see they are being too generous for Chelsea.
Okay, we talk about it. I think yes. I don't think so. You look at Chelsea's form. Chelsea are winning left, right, and centre, and they know how to score. If there's anything you cannot do for Chelsea game, is to say it's a goalless draw. You can't put Chelsea game as a goalless.
It's
not possible. That's what they happen, and it's at Stamford Bridge.
It happens with when they play United, though.
No, I mean, like, if you are putting it like this season, if you look at Chelsea, it's very difficult for anyone to say it's going to be a goalless game.
True,
Chelsea can score. I can't remember any game Chelsea played this season and they've not scored. It's not all your games you've scored against City. Yes, against City. That's the only one that you did not score. So those are the things you look at. But against Brentford too has a good
we played them too early. If now way did they do this, if I hold City.
But then, if City will still tell you that I thought they were doing well, but you can want everybody shall know why. But I feel it's one game that maybe Chelsea will be able to rewrite the wrongs, because Brentford too and hot from Mbeumo knows how to score. We've seen Wissa too as much as it can be. So I feel for me, I think those kind of games you say either Chelsea win or over 2.5.
I actually feel like I would try some value with Brentford. Not because I'm trying to diss or anything, but like they are giving Brentford 8 odds to win. It's too disrespect is too much.
It's too much.
It should be closer, maybe it's like 5 odds.
Especially judging with the
yes, now Brentford have players that can actually cause.
I think the reason for that is away from home. They are not.
They are the best team at home this season.
Yes, but away from home, they are not that good. But then again, I'm not so convinced with Chelsea's form at home this season. I feel like we've been better on the road.
You've been better.
We've managed to win a couple of games, but it's somewhat difficult. There's this feeling of we might drop points, but ultimately most times we end up winning, but it's Brentford. I think they are more or less like our own boogie team, because anytime we play them, we like say Wissa and Mbeumo will just turn into prime R9 and remand. They could just do some. And about Wissa's good the last time we played them, it was crazy. So
and for me about Chelsea, I think one reason why, even when I was saying, Liverpool are title contenders, one reason why I did not want to see Chelsea, even when who did they beat? It's no Wolves that they scored 6.
Yeah.
The reason I did not want to see Chelsea is because Chelsea can score, no doubt, but they will concede. And if you look at the difference between them and Liverpool can score too, but they don't concede as much as Chelsea. That's why they have the best defense in the league. So now what happens with this Chelsea side is that when they meet a team that can actually score, it can be problematic for them. They don't have the best defense. I'm not sure any Chelsea fan will go into a game and say, I'm relying on my defense. They rely more on their attacks.
So first off, you can't even rely on defense. Let's start with the man at the back. You talk about Sanchez. You can't rely on the goalkeeper. Then the defense. But the good thing for Chelsea is that even though they outscore. And that's why even when they had the same point with Arsenal, they still were on top because of the superiority
that
in goal
style
difference.
is not sustainable, because it's not every day you might end up scoring 4.
I mean, we have Kopama.
It's not every day you might end up scoring the Kopama. No, it doesn't have more good conditions than Saka.
Winter will soon be like that.
No, Winter doesn't have my boy.
Then what happens with Chelsea is that when days where they don't score 3 minimum or 4 minimum, and they meet a half decent side that can score, it might be problematic, but let's see. I don't think it's sustainable, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, but we can look at the fact that they consider.
That's exactly why we're not in title race. But you don't agree. You don't agree. Come on. You don't agree. Come on. You have my chest.
You are always in title race because look at that game against Tottenham. They considered to people were like it's going to all of a sudden.
Don't mention that game.
No, we'll still mention it.
If Arsenal were down 2 goals to Tottenham, I won't be bothered. Tottenham are just
but let's look at this same Tottenham that defeated Man City now 4-0.
Arsenal beat them too, so it was special.
So that's what I'm saying. Chelsea owns
Ipswich
is a
beat
different
Tottenham
thing.
too.
It's a different thing.
They could not be Rangers in midweek. What's special about Tottenham?
No, just I can say now.
Very silly team.
Coming from where we were last season, you get.
The Lord has done it.
I've really come a long way. If you're a Chelsea fan, you should just be very happy and proud of your team.
And if you don't win the league,
last season we don't get strength, weakness everywhere. Now why know the attack?
But you have no reason not to win a title this season. Do you know why I say so? Like you have a very fresh.
No, you have people have spent too much time on each other. We are not league leaders.
Everyone, they are all resting. They rested. Even Sanchez, I hope the rest will stay.
Whether Sanchez rest or not, it's not good enough. I don't know about that guy. I don't know why Maresca is so like.
There's nothing he can do now.
Jorgensen is clearly the better, he's clearly the better goalkeeper.
No,
I don't know why. I don't know this obsession.
Point, you always go for experience. That's the thing.
Sanchez, nothing about Sanchez loses experience.
Premier League experience.
Nothing about him loses experience.
That's why.
Did you see the dive for Tottenham's first goal?
Yeah, Kulusevski down.
Sri Lanka's goal.
No, Sri Lanka was.
He literally went away from the ball. Kulusevski's own, he should be saving that. Let's not lie. He should be saving that. So I don't know what the experience is for.
No, but it's still experience.
Well, it's one of those things.
Let's swap. I take Sanchez.
Let's actually move on to.
She say don't be vex.
Respect yourself.
You see, but he has experience.
But he still makes saves.
Let's move on.
If doesn't have Sanchez, then 11-0.
You don't tear that one.
So, but Liverpool Fulham, yeah. I don't know. I saw Liverpool in midweek, and yeah, it was a professional win, but they did not look that explosive.
Point is, Kolade, they've looked like that for
a while.
A while now. The thing is, none of this thing matters when
you are winning.
You are getting
results.
Is
it sustainable?
That's the thing. The game against, I think, who did they play? I think it was against Girona, right?
Yeah, it was
Girona.
I don't know. It was just one type of game.
At some point, I felt like they did not want to even score. Because they just get to the final third, the decision making is very poor.
Fulham look like a side that if you allow them,
they're on a good run.
If you allow them, they will take their chances.
Yeah, we saw that against Arsenal.
This might be the week. This might be the week where the league leaders drop points. Chelsea can close the gap. Still not in the title race, anyways.
Fair enough. Let's move on to La Liga for a bit. Real Madrid claimed the Bambiala win against Atalanta.
Bambiala
win. Someone that was entertained. Very not entertained.
I was entertained by Lookman. I was entertained by Lookman.
I hear you.
But yeah, they shall manage. They win 3-2. Let's give them the kudos because Atalanta, they had not lost in about 14 games period to down. So
they had not even lost in the Champions League.
Kudos to you. No, I'm even talking about all competitions.
Yeah, they last lost. That was in September.
So fair enough, Real Madrid did something nice, but do you think that game could be like a turning point for them? Or do you think it's just a one of nothing? They'll go back to their normal default?
The only thing now is Mbappe is injured. Nobody knows when he'll come back. But then Vini is back now. So Mbappe being injured, who replaces him as the point man in front? Do they revert back to last season's system? All of that. We'll just see what Ancelotti decides to go with on the weekend. But with where they are right now and how much they had to fight together when they get Atalanta, I think a result like that is good enough to spark something in them and just, maybe start their season off from there.
Oh, guys, straight win. I got this long
typical Los Blancos.
It's straight win.
Okay, so fair enough. Everybody is talking about Barca and Madrid as title favorite, but Atletico are just 3 points behind Barca.
Yeah.
So meaning if results go their way this weekend, they could be top of the league. If results go their way, although Barca have a very
and for other teams, it doesn't
well.
work for them.
What?
If it doesn't work for other teams, that's
no. I said if results go their way. So do you think Atletico can actually do it?
I think they can. I think they have. They recruited properly. During the summer. You get their season did not take off as
much as expected.
As you wanted it to, but right now it looks like there was a game where I think they were down 3-1. And they ended up coming back to coming back to
even look at that free kick scored by Alvarez. Nice,
Griezmann is having a stellar time. Alvarez is starting to find, he's starting to find goals. There's this Solot guy they brought from Villarreal too. So
why are you not calling your player?
Conor Gallagher, his body, yes.
Your alumni.
But I mean, results are starting to go their way, and it looks like he has finally figured out what he wants to do with the team and how he can get the best out of this team. If they continue to get results, I think they'll be good.
Fair enough. And the Bundesliga, Bayern, they've actually been looking good of late. And for me, the question is whether they can actually still go all the way. It's just 4 points. They are not looking formidable to me. When I watch them how they play, they look very beatable compared to Bayern of other seasons. But do you think it's theirs to lose?
I think it is, because Bayern are one of those teams where, apart from last season where obviously they fluffed it and Leverkusen just went on that insane run and won it. The Bundesliga is a league where there's too much respect.
But they are still unbeaten, by the way.
Exactly, it's Bayern Munich. There's that respect of you're playing, Bayern Munich. So I think they play well enough to win most of their games. They might concede one goal here, one goal there, but at the end of the day, there are games you would expect them to win. And another thing is, they scrape these wins somehow, some way. They end up winning. The teams that are behind them, the likes of Dortmund, Leipzig have been, I don't know, they seem like you're going to chase.
It's even Frankfurt.
At some point, they fell off.
Now.
They can't even consider the higher Ten Hag, which is ridiculous, by the way. Then there's Dortmund too. Leverkusen are blowing hot and cold this
season. But they're going
so
on this good run now.
I think it's Bayern's to lose, to be honest.
Bayern's to lose. I actually agree with that. But let's go to the Serie A where we're actually having the best title race.
That's the most interesting league right now. That's the most interesting league right now.
That's the most interesting title race right now because number 1 to number 5, just 3 points separate them.
Yeah.
And in fact, Fiorentina and Inter have a game in hand. So if they win their game, they will be 11 points with first place Atalanta. So that means no room for error. That's the best title race so far, not the one that Chelsea and Liverpool don't run away.
Run away.
Run
Chelsea and Liverpool.
Not the Premier League one where Chelsea and Liverpool.
I think what I want to talk about regarding the Serie A is
yeah.
One game a week, Antonio Conte. What's happening, my G?
It's just 2 points. It's just 2 points behind Atalanta.
One game a week, Conte should not.
It should not be.
He should have. Right? If you don't tear them,
maybe 5 points gap.
Do you understand? Like he should be comfortable, but
I mean that's what happens when you have Ademola Lookman for Atalanta.
Lookman has been in fabulous form.
Difference, man. 6 man of the match.
That's what happens when you decide to pick Lukaku over Osimhen. But I mean, that's.
Do you really think this thing is an Osimhen issue?
You don't. I understand that, yes, he came with his own tactics and all of that stuff, but I don't think a lot of people realize what Osimhen meant to that team before this whole thing with, oh, sell me, don't sell me for this amount, oh, I want so salary, and he ended up with Galatasaray. He was an intricate part of them winning the league when they did. People like that, it's like when Lukaku won the league with Inter and then left to come to Chelsea. You get him leaving, obviously, Lautaro had a very serious carry job to do before eventually he found a partner last season in Thuram, and then they now went on to win the league. You get it's a very big hole to fill.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and then
besides his quality, I think also the belief
that we have Victor up top, that kind of thing. So I don't know. Whatever happens to him,
it's something that was still bound to happen. No matter how good you start in the season, there's still that rocky patch that will happen.
They've lost back to back to Lazio.
Yeah, that's the thing. It happened. There's sometimes kind of results will come. I'm not saying that Osimhen is not missed, but I'm saying we do not expect Napoli to just go all season like that without having maybe a blip in form.
Nah, people did. I was saying one game a week Conte.
We said Conte was going to win it because you understand. But I'm not saying. I'm talking about. There was going to be maybe 1 or 2 losses, and this is where it's coming from.
They already lost 3 already.
The other one is back to back to that same team. Now it happens sometimes. Just meet a team that and
normal Conte that we know by this time by
December
it will be like 4 points clear already. You will not give you 4 points gap by December. By March, you'll be wrapping up the league.
But we're not too surprised too because this form from Atalanta started from last season. And they've built on to
fair enough. Let's see. This is just like a final question for you before we wrap up this video. Ademola Lookman, I think people are still continue to doubt his quality. So the question is, in the wingers in the world, where do you rank Ademola Lookman? Top wingers in the world right now. What number will you put Ademola Lookman?
Current form. I don't want to. I can't necessarily say he's actually better than this, that. But I think right now in the world, I think he's top 4. And my top four will be Vinicius, obviously, Salah, Saka, and I think Ademola Lookman.
Fair enough. Okay.
Okay, maybe top 5. I'll add Rafinha to the list because he's having a stellar season as well.
Okay, fair enough. Rafinha, that one.
My thing now for me is I don't think he's his best on the wing.
Yeah,
I prefer him centrally, but I mean that's where he's being used.
Yes, fair enough. Agreed. I mean I can't disagree with you. I don't know why some Barca fans are losing their mind trying to.
I
see Rafinha is better than all the names you mentioned here. Anyways, that's all the time we have for you in this video. It's been a spell time discussing football, and of course this weekend promises to be exciting. Join us in the conversation below. Where does Ademola Lookman rank right now in world football? I think I agree with Izo's assessment, but if you don't agree, tell us if you think he's even better than any of the names he mentioned. And do you agree that Chelsea are the only title contenders alongside Liverpool once again? If you also agree, let us know in the comment section.
Duchess, add us now.
And of course, we'll come your way next time to give you all the review from the weekend action. Stay tuned.
Arsenal is the title.
I know I'm about the